The night the feud crossed from smouldering into wildfire began like so many royal evenings. Velvet sky stretched above Windsor, distant organ rehearsals drifting from St. George's Chapel, and a discreet drinks reception inside the white drawing room. William, fresh from an investiture, loosened his tie. Catherine, luminous in sapphire silk, accepted a flute of Ridgeview 2016. Courtiers exhaled, another clockwork function sliding toward harmless bedtime, until the Duke of York swaggered through the double doors, cheeks flushed with burgundy, and lobbed a remark so coarse, so exquisitely wounding, that the princess froze mid-sip, glass trembling. Words travel at light speed inside palace walls. By sunrise, everyone from the page of the backstairs to the chief equerry knew the phrase, 5 syllables that reduced an heiress to sneering tabloid stereotype. William's jaw set like granite, his fury, disciplined by Sandhurst and sculpted by duty, channeled into something far colder than rage, strategy. The lodestar of contempt. Andrew Loney's book entitled, The Rise and Fall of the Yorks cracks open the dossier that followed. It reveals how William transformed private contempt into a multi-year siege on every privilege that still cocooned his uncle, the £1 million allowance, the 8-bedroom suite of Royal Lodge, the honorary colonelcies Andrew refused to relinquish even after Newsnight detonated in his face. The biography sketches clandestine briefings, William in grey cashmere, bending over estate maintenance photos of rotting window frames, his finger stabbing each decay like a prosecutor's evidence board. Disrepair, he muttered. Dereliction of duty. Beneath the critique of broken gutters lay a subtext as sharp as a claymore. You disrespected my wife, now I will dismantle your kingdom brick by brick. The quicklime years. Courtiers recall 3 deliberate turning points. January 2020, Sandringham Summit. While Harry and Meghan negotiated escape, William cornered Charles. If you want me to carry this crown into the streaming century, Andrew's ROT must end. Charles, mindful of maternal leniency, flinched but agreed to freeze York's public diary. Summer 2021. Royal Lodge inspection. William dispatched his own surveyors, experts in heritage conservation, to log every patch of mold, every horseshoed fence. The report ran 142 pages, bound in Windsor blue, landing on Charles's desk with a post-it, fiscal negligence. Allowance slashed. Autumn 2023. Cabinet cocktails. William, immaculate in navy, drifted through MPs whispering about sovereign grant optics. Words like De Prince mechanism, Royal Titles Act revival, ceded the Commons' air. Senior Tories left convinced the heir would not hesitate to request legislation. Easter without redemption. The rift turned public at Easter service 2025. Andrew arrived, tie knotted defiantly, waving to cameras. William, Catherine and children were conspicuous by absence, extending their Norfolk break to avoid a single camera frame with the disgraced Duke. Tabloids screamed, House divided. Insiders knew it was calculated theatre. A royal aide leaked the line, the Waleses will not normalise what is beyond repair. Inside Royal Lodge, crumbling walls, shrinking circle. Royal Lodge, once the Queen Mother's laughter-soaked haven, now smells of damp vellum and fading clout. Ceiling plaster flakes onto Persian rugs. Hedges once trimmed like parade lines sprawl thorny into the drive. Sarah Ferguson, still resident 3 decades post-divorce, fills Instagram with cheery tea tray reels while crisis lawyers prowl her study. The electricity of eviction crackles through every corridor. Staff whisper that Andrew paces at 3 a.m., phone pressed to ear, hunting billionaires still willing to bankroll salvage. Most numbers go unanswered. Charles, the reluctant arbiter. King Charles, battling cancer, balancing Queen Elizabeth's ghost of family unity, treads a thinner line than any monarch since George VI. He removed Andrew's uniforms, rescinded patronages, yet balks at extirpation. Loney's book claims William's patience with paternal caution is brittle as frosted glass. The heir wants closure before the coronation of William V becomes entangled with an uncle still swaggering the long walk in untouchable Her Royal Highness aura. The nuclear button, Parliament. Enter the little-known rule. Statute law from 1917 grants Parliament power to strip royal titles in cases of disloyalty. Courtiers now explore a modern echo, draft wording quietly circulated among constitutional barristers. Where a member of the royal family has, by conduct, brought persistent disrepute upon the crown, His Majesty may, on advice of his ministers, and with consent of both houses, issue letters patent revoking styles and titles. The bill's nickname in the Commons tea room: the York Deprivation Act. Its sign-off would carry exquisite irony, the king's own signature banishing his brother's princely status. Sources insist Charles wavers, William would wield the quill without blinking. Harry's denial, Meghan's shadow. One explosive passage alleges Andrew badmouthed Meghan, prompting Harry to confront him fists raised. Sussex press teams shot it down within hours, never happened. Yet the denial cannot erase the mental picture, lodged in public memory: two exiled princes, almost brawling under Windsor chandeliers. Andrew's camp denies, rudely, toward Catherine, William's silence roars louder. What happens next? Short term, Royal Lodge repairs stall. Balmoral accountants refuse new funds. Andrew hunts private loans, pledging Swiss chalet residuals. Lenders demand collateral he no longer owns. Medium term, a single FOI drip exposing trade envoy per diem abuse could ignite Commons outrage. Backbenchers already plot amendments to next year's sovereign grant debate. Long term, William's coronation oath may coincide with letters patent erasing Prince Andrew from Debrett's pages. York arms struck from royal funerary banners. Andrew rebranded, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, Esquire, security downgraded, Royal Lodge surrendered to a heritage trust, or to Princess Charlotte's future Office of Sustainable Architecture. As one Wales aide jokes darkly. Kate, the unseen centre. Through it all, Catherine maintains the art of strategic poise, public smiles uncracked, private resolve steeled. Friends say Andrew's unnamed slur cut deeper than tabloids can guess. William's crusade is, in quiet part, an act of spousal reparation. In private he has promised, my children will never doubt I protected their mother's name. Each step, from allowance freeze to looming title deprivation, is a brick in that promise. Could mercy return? Royal historians remind us of dynastic pendulums. Edward VIII died Duke, not Mr. Henry VII reconciled Yorkist survivors. But none faced the full glare of 21st century media machine. Andrew's scandal stack grows faster than palace courtiers can draft neutral language. Mercy demands contrition, the Duke offers only wounded entitlement. Palace source, forgiveness without humility is propaganda. Final countdown. Insiders mark 2 red circle dates. Budget day, when MPs can air sovereign grant clauses. Watch for a backbencher to ask if public funds subsidized Andrew's envoy jaunts. Trooping the color, next summer. If Andrew's silhouette is absent even from balcony fringes, consider the purge preordained. Between those dates the machinery grinds, councillors drafting, whips counting votes, printers readying updated court circular templates sans York. And in Windsor's moonlit corridors, the air still hums with 5 forbidden syllables, Andrew's insult to Kate, echoing like a curse that will one day turn key in lock, click shut the doors of Royal Lodge, and render one-time prince an ordinary citizen walking grounds he once ruled, barred by decree of the nephew he provoked. As Windsor watchers whisper, one careless word can unwrite a lifetime of titles. Andrew spoke it, William holds the eraser.